Hi, everyone. It is a beautiful, sunny, lazy day. I think it's 21st of May. And I'm just kind of hanging out and thought, you know what? Let me just share some things. I spent a lot of time going through files recently, trying to get organized finally after 3 or 4 years. And I found some things that I thought I wanted to share, and I never did. I never got around to it. So this was written October 25th, 2017. So what is that? 3 or 5, almost 6 years ago. And it was written late in the day. And it starts out, sunshine, finally. And that's how I was feeling today. It's like, oh my God, sunshine, finally. But I didn't feel well. I was nauseous. And I noted probably the olive leaf I started taking again. Possible frost tonight, less than a week to November. I drove to the chiropractor, then got some groceries, and everywhere I looked, people are just going through their routines for months. No, years. No, my whole life. I have been aware of possible earthquakes or terrorist bombs or tornadoes and hurricanes and tsunamis or fires or nuclear wars, but I never thought about problems like asteroids or space debris very much, and never about stray planets wandering through our solar system until recently. Now I look at our little planet floating in an ocean of electromagnetic fields and think it is a ridiculously dangerous place to live. What if someone turned off the electricity and we all fell to the floor of the universe in a gigantic pile of planets and stars? You know what? There is no safe place, no spot at all that you can go and be guaranteed that one of the above disasters will never happen. So, what are we to do? The only option is to live openly, live wildly, and with gusto. No careful ladder climbing up the career tower, no demure detente, no circumspect morality or patient pedantics, no normalcy bias or asinine assumptions about tomorrow. We could all be dead tomorrow. So live. Live as if it counts. Live today. Live honestly, bowing to your likes and dislikes and letting them push and pull you to places and pathways that you usually ignore. Explore. Explore life. Explore you. Let the fire in your heart burn down the walls that box you and the rules that bind you and the fences that limit you. Let that nausea cause you to vomit out the toxic corporate lifestyles and repetitive days that stifle consciousness and kill curiosity. Be open to the reality you swim in and realize it's all done with consciousness. Nothing is solid. Do you understand yet how powerful you are? You are a giant walking among giants of power. Do you understand that you can create something else if you would like? Again, it's all done with consciousness. Witness how real you think your dreams are when you're in them each night. This reality system is just another one of your dreams created with the power of consciousness. You're creating by the seat of your pants, minute by minute. So ask yourself, who are you to have the right to hold such power? And what are you doing with it? Are you even using it? Or have you abdicated your power, handed it over to someone else? Put it on a shelf? Buried it in the backyard of your soul? For God's sake, dig it up, take it back, pull it off the shelf, and do something good with it. Use it to change yourself. Use it to change the world. Use it to explore, to become, to transform, to live on the wild side. Think for yourself. At least to think on the wild side, because thought is power. And you can practice power and learn to move mountains or other obstacles in the landscape of our reality. Perhaps coming to know for yourself one day that it's all done with consciousness. And you have some. And it's yours to do with what you want. Set that consciousness on fire. It's time to wake up, to live as if you're alive. Whether you are conscious of it or not, you and everyone else wants to be the best that they can be and wants the world to be a place of warmth, joy, and love. So respond to yourself and everything around you in a way that makes the world a better place. Set your consciousness on fire and make your world a better place, because that's the least you can do for the reality. Amen. And in the 5.5 years since that was written, a little over 5.5 years, I've found some other things. I wrote some other things. And there was a point where I was watching, I don't know what I was watching. I was listening to somebody and they were just bad-mouthing everything happening and, going wrong in America. And there's a lot that is going wrong. But here's what I see is right with America. I see people who are seeing behind the curtain. I see people who are standing in alignment with the light of hope that America has always been. I see people who are carrying on in spite of unexpected change. People who are complying with the law because it is the law, and they want the rule of law to prevail. I see people who are protesting without violence. People who are upholding free speech without using that speech to cause deliberate trouble. I see people in alignment with the Constitution without being unruly. People who are holding the line of truth, light, and freedom for all the world to see. I see people who are watching the mainstream media dig themselves right into the grave and saying quietly to one another, "Look at them dig. OMG, don't interrupt." And I see people who are holding the space for a good future, a new world. And I don't think anybody else is talking about this. So don't give up hope. Look around you and look at the people, the real people around you. They're wonderful.